Today I welcome IS Baba's toppers here. Firstly, it is Vijeta, All India rank 100 in UPSC 2023. Then we have Shashant, All India rank 459. Then we have Bharat, All India rank 667. And we have Dr. Banu Prakash, All India rank 600 with us. Coming to your UPSC interview experience, anything that unusual happened, anything that you want to highlight, anything funny that happened, anything out of the box that happened?
So nothing out of the box in my interview. Though no matter how many mocks you take, the actual interview would be different. So knowing this, I hadn't expected it to go on the same lines as the mocks. So it started for me with a casual conversation as to whether it was my first time in Delhi, and when I said no, and I had been there earlier for an internship. So then the conversation started from that internship and the subject of that internship, which was a criminal law litigation internship. So it moved from criminal law and then environmental law, international law, etc. So overall, on the aspect of law, and a little bit it touched on the areas of animal welfare also, which is one of the hobbies and interests I had mentioned. So, but again, even in that, it was more about a legislation on that or the judicial verdicts. So, not anything out of the ordinary here.
Okay.
In my last interview, there was one this particular question where in my DAF section I had put doing movie spoofs for health awareness. So that was one thing. So the chairman asked me, so what movie spoof we had done? I told I had done the aura around the movie Bahubali. We had used it for promoting breastfeeding. I just told that, and she was very eager. She asked me what spoof we had done. What was the story? Then she allowed me to narrate the entire story of Bahubali for 3 to 3.5 minutes. So in that movie, where Bahubali's mother dies, Ramya Krishna feeds that child for breastfeeding. So the same thing we had utilized for health awareness, for creating awareness about breastfeeding. So this one question, I was very happy that they listened to me for 3.5 minutes. So that was one thing I felt happy about.
The funny incident is I used to make fun there. So they made us to sit in one room before the interview. I took one fruity juice and used to make sound in that. So that was the funny incident. And I used to walk in between. So I was not serious. As you told, sir, interview should be we should go for experience, not for marks. So I was with the same mindset, and I go with full of confidence and courage. Just enjoyed the that interview, and board members were really they were expression. There was no expression among the board members. They were like whether I came to interview or some Agori's house. They were really expressionless, but I was very confident. I enjoyed the interview and I got good marks.
I have given two interviews, and both the interview experience were kind of very much different because my last interview, 22 different, was mostly based on current affairs and the things which I don't know. And 23 interview was majorly based on my DAF. To come to the funny part, I think not the interview, but what a lot happened before the interview. Just day evening, one of my senior, NITK senior, he had given an interview and they had been to one of the boards which was considered to be very strict, and I listened to his transcript. That was completely based on electronics and communication. I know how I have done my electronics and communication engineering, and I haven't prepared anything on that. That day, that night, I woke up at 2:30 and I wasn't able to sleep completely. If these questions are asked to me, I know the series of I don't knows will be following me. So at 2:30 I tried, 3:30 I tried, 4:30 I gave up. I know that the morning schedule I'll be the first person to go in because my roll number starts with 030. So I'll give the interview and come back. From that time, I was on call with my friend Krishna Donwade. I was in call with him. I disconnected his call and called to Dr. Banu Prakash and discussed something. And went in front of the went to the UPSC building, had number of chocolates, and taken the bag, given to all the people who were sitting waiting for their turns in the interview. And while entering the hall, I was sitting outside. I was feeling kind of tensed, and he came and turned off the heater. I'm already getting heat from inside. Please turn it off. Then, just before entering the hall, I I thought that the KPSC is coming. No need to worry. Just go and give how it goes. So it was a kind of good interview. I was expecting really good score, but okay, I got 173. That's good.
But so
I
like
had one question in
Shashant,
mock. Yeah, please.
okay, no, sorry. Like Shashant, even when in the waiting room, I also had like 2 coffees. So I was very calm before the interview. I think that helps,
Mm.
taking some refreshments because it calms your nervous system, I think, because you are not there scared and, waiting for your turn, but you're actually relaxed. So probably even before my interview, like before the mocks, I was really scared when I had taken offline mocks. But before the actual interview, I was very excited. I was just waiting for my turn to come and go and have a nice conversation there.
In one of my hobbies, I had put swimming in natural ponds because when we were very young, maybe at 5-6 years of age, we learned swimming without we are not even aware what we were doing, and we learned swimming at a very young age. ನಮ್ಮೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೆರೆಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಇದಂತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಾಸ್, ಈಗ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಮೈಕಲ್ ಫೆಲ್ಪ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಗೆದ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಒಲಿಂಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಟರ್ಫ್ಲೈ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಬ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ವಿಚ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ಫ್ರಾಂಕ್ಲಿ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್. ನನಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತು, ಊರಲ್ಲಿ ಈಜು ಹೊಡೆದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಚಿಕ್ಕವನಿದ್ದಾಗ, ಈಗಲೂ ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೆರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಲುವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಈಜು ಹೊಡಿತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ದ ಹಾನರಬಲ್ ಪ್ಯಾನಲ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಆನ್ ಒಲಿಂಪಿಕ್ಸ್ swimming. So I didn't put swimming, I just put swimming in natural ponds and lakes. So their attention will be on why only natural ponds, what is the difference between natural pond and
Lakes,
swimming
the
pool. So
swimming
it will
pool.
go on that line. So that is what I wanted, and it happened in my last interview, in 22 interview it happened. So they asked me why only natural ponds, what is different. You are a doctor yourself, don't you think it's irresponsible on your part to be swimming to be swimming in natural ponds, and what measures you would advise to parents if they want to take their children to natural ponds for swimming. So such kind of questions came, which were expected, and I had prepared.
So, see, role of a mentor becomes important in this journey. So, what is your experience on that?
So mentors do have played a really good role with my preparation, especially with respect to mains as well as the interview. And for the interview process, I'd like to thank Mohan sir, because there are certain kind of questions where we think they are controversial and we cannot handle those questions. And also, I was talking with how we can utilize this and how it has helped him. It has helped him very well. Like he has got 195. So, so my mains preparation and interview preparation has been very well guided by Mohan sir and many other mentors have been through. Mano sir especially, we have been a part of ILP series. Mano sir used to
Yeah.
correct our answer sheet, and we used to scared of Mano sir because he used to correct even the data points, the committees, the data points. So that was a good mentorship we had received from Baba.
I would say more than coaching, mentorship is a must for UPSC preparation, at least to say what not to do.
Very true.
Their blessings also very important in this journey. In each stage, I got good mentors. For example, in prelims, I got Basuraj sir. For mains, Ravinandan sir, IPS, who has already cleared this exam. And when it comes to interview, there is no specialist in the Chandra layout other than Mohan sir for interview. So that line of thought you told me to follow for any questions, that helped me a lot, and that boost me lot of confidence. And that day when we meet for the first time in the interview, you grilled me like anything. So for that, it is very important, and they played a very crucial role, and they showed us a right path in this journey, not to deviate in this journey. So I think they act like a Dronacharya for each and every Arjuna sir.
So when it came to the interview stage, here I took a lot of guidance because this was my first interview. So here I remember when I was talking to you for the interview guidance, sir. So you had even told me exactly what's going to happen when I enter the UPSC hall. How would the waiting area be, and what am I supposed to do there, and what not? And even you had told me that there are 3 C's. Confidence, calmness, and composure. So I carried that with me in the interview hall also. So these certain things coming from a person with so much experience, this gives a boost to confidence at the interview stage when you were kind enough to tell me the exact things that are going to happen step by step because it was my first time. Those things, not just the actual interview, but even the atmosphere there and how I should get acclimatized to that. That really helps, and they help us stay calm during each stage, which I think is the key to excel even during the interview or prelims and mains. So mentorship is really helpful. So.